DG, your thumbnails, they're so clickbaity. Clickety bait. I'm going to explain to you why. And the downfall of all social media after these messages.
Today's video has been brought to you by the generous patrons of The Games who make continued content on The Games possible. The Games patrons enjoy monthly giveaways like Steam gift cards, Star Citizen packages, and any game that you want giveaways. Please consider donating just $1 if in any way you enjoyed The Games content. Thank you.
Hit it hard, hit it high, hit it low, hit it deep, hit it straight, hit it slow. Everywhere they know my name for sure. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Thanks for coming back, everybody. And Derek at Veritasium, you know, I haven't seen a video from him in like ages, and he explains why. And it's a really interesting phenomenon that's been happening for the past year and a half, 2 years. We used to be rewarded by like our subscriber base, but then it would cut out the smaller guy, which makes sense. You know, like the rich got richer, the poor got poorer. So over the years, YouTube has modified their algorithm. As a creator creating quality content, it's very difficult when you create something and it doesn't get the views that you think that it deserves. Creators are the backbone of YouTube. And Derek from Veritasium basically goes over this and in short describes the algorithm as chasing the audience to show the audience what the audience wants to see, but it's only like a small tip of the iceberg, a tip of the tip of the tip of the iceberg. The content creators are literally chasing around the algorithm to try and figure out the algorithm because it's important for content creators to figure it out. It's important for us to figure it out because we take the time to do this for you guys, so we don't want to just like buried. There's two factors that really drive your content to be viewed more than other people's. The length of duration of time, which is why all videos have extended past 10 minutes, and he's even saying that 15 minutes is a better video length. He also talks about another really disgusting portion of what the algorithm does. It's called the CTR, or the click-through rate. And the click-through rate is the number of clicks divided by the numbers of times that the algorithm serves that particular thumbnail to different viewers, whether they be subscribers, people who want the notifications, or just like in the search browser. So the higher the click rate on those particular servings to people, the explosion is exponential as far as how much more it will get served to those people. And what ends up happening is that particular portion of the algorithm focuses on rewarding those people who have the clickiest bait looking thumbnails. And he apologizes to people because he's like, hey, I have to start serving up clickbaity thumbnails and titles. And he says, I am sorry to do this to my audience, but I have to do this because this is what the algorithm does. And since this is my job, I end up having to do this because it's how I make a livelihood. And it's not my fault for making these clickbaity titles. It is in fact the people who run YouTube. Now, this is something I've known for over a year. These are the rules that I have to abide by so that my content doesn't get buried by other people's content. And then the thumbnails become clickbaitier, the titles become clickbaitier, and then it makes me appear as if like I'm some type of clickbaiter, which sounds sexual, but it's not. It sounds perverted and creepy. But you know what? It is kind of perverted and creepy. Like, that's the point. The whole system is literally rewarding those people who are the creepiest. And, you know, I think I don't know who to blame here. I mean, I blame YouTube for doing this, but at the same time, people are clicking them. People are looking at the shiniest, brightest, flashiest thing and they're just clicking it. And that's just kind of human nature in essence. I don't know what the answer to it is. Maybe you guys have an answer. It would be interesting to hear what your comments are down below. I know that as a YouTuber, it's very frustrating for me. There has to be a better way. He shows a graph of other types of science and educational channels that have this large spike. And then 2 years ago, when the new algorithm went into place, whoosh, straight down. We're rewarding people that are just going for the flash. Yes, you know, a lot of people do have content behind the flash. I would like to think that I am one of those people, but there are a lot of people that don't have the content, the quality. And so that clickbait kind of mentality that we get wrapped up into, where we get pissed off about the clickbait, is being reinforced by the algorithm. It's being enforced by our own habits of being human and clicking flashy things, and it's being enforced by the fact that there's a ton of content and saturated content out there where people are just doing it for the views, and they just want the clickbaity title so that you click it. So it's I see it's like an epidemic. It's like a disease that something has to be done about this. As a YouTube content creator, I know that it has been very frustrating watching YouTube cater to the larger advertiser spender dollars, like the big corps out there that want to advertise through it's limited a lot of people and suppress the type of content that they want to get into. When in regards to news, people can't really report on certain things, and in regards to content all across the board in every genre, it seems that that big money kind of like catering to the shareholders and people that are like focused on like corporate profits and stuff has really just taken like just this large blanket and suppressed the people that are actually making Google the money through YouTube. And these are the people that are the content creators. YouTube has just come in and just squashed the content creator. Mumbo Jumbo, he has made Minecraft videos for a very long time and used particular portions of music that was free to use. And a large advertiser came in and just on his 1,800 videos so far has taken over, I think, 400 currently and counting videos. And for days now, 2 days, he has just been bombarded by having to share revenue with larger advertiser spenders coming in and just claiming his video and just saying, hey, look at all this, you know, like they're taking money away from him. It's his content. The music that he's using is shareable, CCBY, which basically means that it's you can use it without penalty. And here he is getting penalized, and he doesn't have anybody to represent him. He doesn't have like, he's just a smaller creator. Yeah, he's got a couple 100,000 subscribers, but he doesn't have lawyers. He doesn't have like a large team on his side, and he doesn't know what to do. And he just basically said very kindly, and if I were him, I'd be just raging right now. But he came across very civil, and he just said, hey, here's the problem that I'm having. So here's another problem that we're having with YouTube. And this is something that needs to be addressed. The content creator continually comes last. But I don't think that matters to YouTube, because when they look at it, they're like, oh, we're the biggest platform there is. No other platform, no competition out there. And there has been over the years competition that's tried to edge in on it unsuccessfully. And it's because people want to go where the most people are. That's another thing about human nature. And YouTube, Google knows that. And what ends up happening is they say, hey, we have an inexhaustible supply of content creators. Who gives a shit if we piss off the content creator? And it puts a bad taste in a lot of content creators' mouths, including myself. So one of the things that is that can combat this is to continually voice up to the people of YouTube to say, hey, I don't think that this is an inexhaustible resource. I don't think that people who are creating quality content are getting what they deserve in terms of the revenue share, in terms of their views. There has to be another variable that is in control of how your content is viewed, and there has to be another layer that protects content creators from larger corporations in order for there to be some type of stability in the environment that content creators deserve. That is something that should be a core aspect of being a YouTuber, that YouTubers have a certain type of right to use the platform and to know that they are safe from corporate takeovers and from having to cater to this clickbaity kind of mantra that we're all involved in, where we just have to continue creating this flashy, ooh, look at me thumbnail, which is ridiculous. But I'm just going to have to apologize to my audience right now. I need people to realize that the only way that I'm getting away from a clickbaity title and clickbaity thumbnail is to continue growing my patron membership, to continue growing my subscriber base and those that are actually pushing the bell now because they have to be notified. I get people all the time telling me that they're not getting notifications that I'm posting after they've clicked the bell. So there's so much right now that the content creator has burdened on them that they have to push through, that it's understandable. It's understandable why even the largest YouTubers go through content creator burnout. It's just a sad condition of what YouTube has become since the inception. I remember the inception of YouTube. It was just people getting to know people. It was like a community. It was so great. And I think what ends up happening is the larger you get, the harder it is to maintain that very simple focus of what it used to be about, which was the people that created the content. It's not about that anymore. It's about that money, that cash. And it ruins, it completely corrupts the whole foundation of what YouTube was started on. And it's a sad thing. Anyway, I'm sorry. More clickbaity titles and thumbnails on the way. I got a living to make. And until YouTube changes, I guess I gotta continue to keep putting that out there, but the content remains quality and will always remain the same. Thanks everybody for watching. I want to hear your comments down below and what are the possible solutions to this other than just continuing to voice up to YouTube, getting the message out there, and maybe these corporate assholes will start to listen. I'm not quite sure what the answer is. I don't know. Thanks for watching. See you on the next vid.